How often do you eat? I assume you eat every day. Our bodies need good food, and not just once or twice a week. That food gives our bodies energy, and we can use that energy to accomplish beautiful and noble things. Charlotte Mason believed that just as our bodies need good food, so do our minds. Our minds use that food to accomplish beautiful and noble thoughts, which lead to our actions. Now, feeding your mind is not the same thing as exercising it, just as eating is not the same thing as jogging. Both are good, but it's easy to slip into an exercise mindset when it comes to our minds and neglect to feed them with good, loving, noble ideas that they can ponder and chew on, as it were. So today I'm going to give you 2 simple ways to serve your children and yourself daily, nourishing mind food. Welcome to the Simply Charlotte Mason podcast. I'm Sonia Schaefer. We've been discussing how to make the transition to the Charlotte Mason method in 5 stages. We've already talked about stage 1, the basics, and stage 2, things that we will do just once a week. So today, let's look at stage 3. And this is 2 things that I want you to start doing every day. The first is literature. A family read-aloud book. Choose one of the great children's classic literature books, such as Black Beauty, or The Wind in the Willows, or Heidi, or Charlotte's Web, or the Little House books, or the Little Britches books. Mix in great books from your family's heritage and from other cultures and countries. The key is to make sure the book is well written, that it tells a good story, and that it presents good ideas to think about. Our children can learn a lot of life lessons from well-written literature books. Take Winnie the Pooh, for example. We learn that it's good to have a thoughtful spot, to take some time to think about things. We learn that some people are Eeyores, but we love them anyway. And if you go all the way to the end of that book, you learn that nothing lasts forever on this earth. Things change. From Charlotte's Web, we learn about the sacrifice that one friend makes for another. And we also learn how to work with cynical people like Templeton the Rat. You can learn so much from good literature books. Reading together as a family connects your hearts. And that reading doesn't have to be done during school time. We used to read our literature books at snack time, 3 o'clock every afternoon. Other families do their read aloud at bedtime. Make it fit your schedule and your family culture, but make a commitment to choose a great literature book and read a chapter aloud each day, sharing it together as a family. If you don't know what books to start with, check the description for a link to some of our favorites. The second thing I want you to do every day is scripture memory. You can't beat Bible verses for feeding the mind and heart good ideas. And it doesn't take long, just 5 minutes a day. Here's what you do. Choose a verse or a passage or a whole chapter that you want to memorize. Write it on a 3x5 card. Or you can download these verse cards from our website. We have hundreds of pre-printed verse cards that you can download for free and use. Check the description for a link. Now each day, simply pick up that card, read the reference, and have everybody say the reference after you. Then read the passage through once, and everyone should listen closely. At the end, everyone should say the reference again. Got it? I read the reference, everyone says the reference, I read or recite the passage, and as the others hear the passage every day, they'll start to recognize portions of it, and they can join in on the parts that they know. And then at the end, everyone says the reference again. As you do this process every day, the others will start joining in more and more because they will know more of that passage, until eventually everyone will be able to recite the verse. It takes just 5 minutes or less. We used to do it at breakfast all the time. Now I do it during our school time with my youngest. Just choose a time of day that works best for you. It doesn't take long, but those small, constant touches every day, reviewing the verses, is going to give you some great results. Once everyone has memorized that verse, put it in a system to help you review it often, and then start working on a new verse that you want to memorize. I'm going to leave a link to a video that demonstrates a quick and easy scripture memory system. It helps you review every verse you've ever learned every month. Plus, you're constantly learning new verses. And it takes only 5 minutes a day. You'll be surprised at how easy it is to feed your children's minds with scripture memory each day. So there you go. Just 2 things. Reading aloud your family literature book and memorizing scripture every day. That's stage 3. And I want you to do them every day because I want you to make those 2 practices a habit. Charlotte Mason emphasized the importance of good habits. We talked in stage 1 about keeping lessons short. And the reason we do that is because we're trying to cultivate the habits of paying full attention and giving best effort. Short lessons help our students attain those habits. And there are many other habits that Charlotte talked about. You see, education in a Charlotte Mason approach is more than just a set of books. It's a lifestyle. And much of that lifestyle involves instilling good habits in our children. In fact, Charlotte said that 1/3 of our child's education is the habits that we instill in their lives. We need to be constantly instilling good habits and keeping watch over the ones that have already been formed. So let me encourage you not to neglect habits in favor of checking off a lesson plan. Pay attention to the habits that your children are developing. Good habits will give you smooth and easy days, and they will lay down railroad tracks, as it were, on which your children can run smoothly into their adult lives. We have some great resources to help you with habit training, so check the description if you'd like to learn more about that important aspect of educating your children. So now you know stage 3. Read aloud a chapter from your selected literature book and memorize scripture every day. Once you get that stage up and running, you'll be more than halfway there. You'll have 3 out of the 5 stages done. Next will be stage 4. I hope you and your students are enjoying this new way of learning. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.